To all. Hope you all keep fine. So today we again dealing with the features of democracy. On last week we discussed different features of democracy. Let's recall major decisions by elected leaders, free and fair electoral competition, one person, one vote, and one value. These features were discussed on last week. So let's move with the new features of democracy, that is rule of law and respect for rights. Let's discuss this feature with the political history or political scenario of Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe attained independence in 1980. Since then, the country has been ruled by ZANU-PF when it expanded, that is Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front. This party was in the forefront of the freedom struggle of the country. Then, Robert Mugabe, who was a president of this party, and he ruled the country till 2017. Elections were won by ZANU-PF till 2017. Discuss the unfair practices in elections. His government changed the constitution several times. This shows the instability of the constitution. With regard to the rule of law and respect for rights, constitution is the basis and it is always in change. The increased power of president that made him less accountable for his duty, and public protests declared illegal. So the opposition party workers were harassed and their meetings were disrupted. Law that limits the right to criticize the president. President is protected with particular law. Is above all. The media is controlled by government and provides the ruling party's version. So media in a democratic country is a voice of the people. It stands for the truth. It is against any kind of malpractices in government. So we can say it is stopped or controlled by government. There are independent newspapers, but government harasses those journalists. The government has ignored some court judgments that went against the government itself and pressurizes the judges. So justice is curtailed. Discussed elements of Zimbabwe government shows the rule of law and respect for rights denied. So popular government can be undemocratic. Popular leaders can be autocratic. If we wish to assess the democracy, it is important to look at the election. But it is equally important to look before and after the election. The situation of before and after the election. There should be a sufficient room for normal political activity. It requires to respect the basic rights of the citizen. A democratic government cannot do whatever it likes. It needs to respect the minorities too. The majority may be satisfied with the government itself, but should consider the respective minorities in a particular country. They may be against the activities, they may be against ideas of the government itself, but has to be respected. The major decisions through consultations. A democratic government rules within limits set by constitutional law and citizens' rights.